Hi friends, I am your Joel John and now I am going to talk to you about the presidential system of democracy. The presidential system is a democratic and republic system of government where a head of government leads an executive branch that is separate from legislative branches. This head of government is in most cases also the head of the state, which is called president. Is president In presidential countries, the executive is elected and is not responsible to the legislative, which cannot, in normal circumstances, dismiss it. Such dismissals is possible, however, in common cases, often that is not possible. So, what is this all about? So, presidential election system is nothing. There is no great difference between parliamentary and presidential democracy. This in parliamentary democracy, you are elected. Representative elect the supreme head of the country, that's called as the prime minister, and the cabinet of ministers is selected by the prime minister. Okay, in presidential election what happens is whoever is to be the head of the party is the head of the country should also stand on the election, and he is directly elected by the people in the country. This system is followed in US. So the president is directly elected and he cannot be dismissed by the majority votes of the selected representatives. So he has more authority, he has more power, he can demand and he can debate with the people, with the other representatives. So that's called as the presidential democratic system, to be on short. And to talk more about that, a presidential system contracts with the parliamentary system where the head of the government is elected to power through the legislative. There is also a hybrid called semi-presidential. Countries have that feature. A presidential or semi-presidential system of government are not the exclusive users of the title of president. Head of the state of parliament republics, largely ceremonial in most cases, are called presidents. Dictators of or leaders of one-party states. That's what I call it. I already spoke about the authoritarian democracy. There will be only one party. Properly elected or not, are also often called as presidents. Okay, so president is the dominant form of government in continents of America. Presidential democracy is mostly on American continents, and 19 of the 22 countries in the American continent have presidential republics. Okay, it is also prevalent in the Central and Southwestern Asia and in Central Asia, and supporters generally claim for four basic advantages are there in presidential election democracy. That are the main reasons why people claim presidential democracy is the best. Let us look at that. Direct election. In a presidential system, the president is often elected. Is an elected directly by the people. This makes the president power more legitimate than that of the leaders appointed indirectly. However, this is not necessary feature of a presidential system. There are also other types of presidential system which we talked about earlier, and then some presidential states have an indirectly elected stated as well. Okay, so separation of powers. A presidential system establishes the president and the legislative as two parallel structures. This allows each structure to monitor and check the other, preventing abuse of powers. Speed and decisiveness. A president with strong powers can usually enact changes quickly. However, the separation of powers can also slow the system down. And then how the separation of powers can also slow the system down. When you separate the powers, again, if there is no good understanding, again the system functioning time, that's the speed will get down. That's what they are talking about. And stability. A president, by virtue of a fixed term, may provide more stability than a prime minister who can be dismissed at any time. So a prime minister who is elected by the other elected members should please everybody. Otherwise, he will be dismissed. They will say that they say something like in Parliament we are going to dismiss a bill, bring in a resolution against the Prime Minister, Cabinet Ministers. dissolve the cabinet, dissolve the government. All that are possible on parliamentary rule, but presidential rule, it's possible at only very rare circumstances. It's not that the majority of the MPs change their mind, the Prime Minister goes out, majority of the MLAs change their mind, the Chief Minister goes out. So that's the kind of system there. And to talk more about this, we will be coming up on our future videos with different types of democracies. And as I always say to you, please subscribe to my channel, share my videos in your social medias like Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp groups, and ask your friends to subscribe to my channel, so that you are those who are going to grow my channel. Once I get more subscribers, I'll be able to post more videos. Now it's a video. See, I have invested my own and bringing up the quality of these YouTube videos, but still I need some kind of revenue through monetization, so that I can bring in more improvements, so that you will be having more different good quality contents on the videos. So subscribe and share it in your social medias and WhatsApp groups, and also speak to your friends and ask them to subscribe if you feel that the content is good and will be useful for them. So it's time to say bye, and it's your Jojo signing off from you. Bye.